Hi, my name is Dwayne Chapman II, Physician Associate at Caroline's Health Center. February is an important month to us at Caroline's. Not only is it Black History Month, a time to remember the remarkable achievements of Black pioneers, but it's also American Heart Month, where we emphasize the importance of heart health. Today, I would like to talk about a man who embodies both, Dr. Daniel HALE Williams. Born in 1856 in Hollidaysburg, Pennsylvania, Dr. Williams overcame significant challenges in early childhood. After the passing of his father, Dr. Daniel HALE Williams became a shoemaker and a barber before pursuing his career in medicine. He attended Chicago Medical College and would eventually open his own practice. Motivated by a vision of providing access to quality health care, Dr. Daniel HALE Williams would open the first Black-owned and operated hospital, Providence Hospital, in Chicago, Illinois. This institution would not only serve underserved communities, but would also serve as a training ground for Black medical professionals in the future. In 1893, Dr. Williams achieved one of the most groundbreaking milestones in medical history, becoming one of the first surgeons to perform open heart surgery in a time of profound racial inequality. At Caroline's, we draw inspiration from his legacy every day as we look to provide compassionate and extraordinary care to those we serve. This month, let's honor Dr. Williams by prioritizing our heart health and celebrating Black excellence.
Rowdy Nation TV, welcome back to the channel. With all the negativity that's going on in the world today and how they're trying to portray Black folks in the media and just around the world, it's feel good to report on something like Dr. Daniel HALE Williams, the first successful heart surgery performed by African American. And I think it's very important for us to keep these kind of stories about our history instead of their history in the media, and use my platform to let people know that it was an African American man who performed the first heart surgery. Now, I'm not sure why they didn't teach us this in school. You never heard about this in school. The information, could just be hidden from other people for some reason. I'm not sure why we didn't learn this in school, but that's the first thing that came to my mind. Why didn't we learn this in school, right? Daniel HALE Williams, the first person to perform a heart surgery, right? That's crazy, right? Because they try to diminish our accomplishments and try to say that we don't bring nothing to the table, right? So in the month of July, I figured it's important that we bring that back to light, some of our accomplishments and our history, right? And by the way, today is July 7th, and on July 7th in 1906, Satchel Paige was born. You know what I mean? Happy birthday to the late, great Leroy Robert Satchel Paige. He was an American professional baseball pitcher who played in the Negro League, the NLB, the Negro League Baseball, and he made it to the Major League Baseball. Now, his career spanned 5 decades and culminated into his induction into the National Baseball Hall of Fame. But that's not who we're here for today. We're here for Daniel HALE, and let's get into the first heart surgery performed. All right, man. I appreciate everybody that's rocking with me, man. For real. If you like elevating your mind and stimulating your mind and learning a little something, I do. You know what I'm saying? So let's get to it. You know what I'm saying? The first successful open heart surgery in the United States was performed by Daniel HALE Williams on July 9th, 1893. Now just think, people, that's about 132 years ago, right? Now we're fresh out of slavery. We only have 33 years of so-called freedom, right? And we produce a brother that came out of that era that's so brilliant like that. Under those circumstances, our people produced a brother like this. Now, on July 9th, 1893, in Chicago, under extraordinary and challenging circumstances, both medically and socially. Now, here's the context and key details surrounding this historic event, right? Dr. Daniel HALE Williams, a pioneering Black man in an era when racial segregation, that was the norm, even in medicine, right? It was just, whatever trade or skill you have, we had to deal with this type of racism. Now, in 1891, he founded the Providence Hospital in Chicago, the first interracial hospital in the U.S. where Black patients could receive care and black doctors and nurses could train and practice. They never taught us this. They never taught us this in school, right? Now, I'm not sure. For all my college people out there that went to college, I never went to college, right? But all the people out there that went to college, did they have a black class where they brought this up? Did they? Because in the regular curriculum from first grade to sixth grade to 12th grade, I've never heard of this, right? Never heard of it, right? Had to find this information out. I heard it by ear the first time, and then I went and researched it for myself. So now the patient, his name was James Cornish, a young black man named James Cornish, was stabbed in the chest during a bar fight. He was brought to the Providence Hospital in critical condition with severe bleeding and signs of a punctured, pericardium. That's the sac around the heart, right? Dr. Williams performed the surgery without modern tools or techniques. No antibiotics, no x-rays, no ECG, no blood transfusion. He cut into Cornish's chest, examined the heart, and repaired a tear in the pericardium, leaving the heart itself untouched. So it looks like he just was working on the sac surrounding the heart, right? This was one of the first documented open heart surgeries in the world, and likely the first successful one in the U.S. Wow, that's crazy, man. Shouts out to Daniel HALE Williams. Why didn't they teach us this in school? Rowdy Nation TV, click the like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, so anytime I drop a video, you guys can be notified. We out.